Hello legends, today we're going to be unboxing my new phone, the Samsung Galaxy S23, and all the accessories I bought for it, and reviewing it. Legends, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Link. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, you will know I have always been an Apple fanboy. We often say I'm a Sony pony when it comes to like gaming stuff, but I've had an iPhone since I was 16. I'm 29. 13 years. But yeah, basically, I've been shopping about for a new phone for, I used it to vlog when I'm out and about. This is being filmed on a Sony ZV-E10, proper, nice, mirrorless camera. But sometimes when I'm out and about, I'll film stuff on my phone. If I'm going into a football match or something, you know, I take a big camera with you, I vlog on my phone. I have this, which is the iPhone 12 mini. This is what most of the stuff on the channel has been made on, and it's a little bit up now. It's got a crack in the back. See that at the top? You can barely see it. It's got a little crack in the back, a little hell on crack. So I needed a new phone. The battery's knackered on it. The battery health, 60 something %. So it's only got 2/3 of the battery it had when it was new. Looking at iPhones, I was trying to work out what is the best one to buy, and it just all seemed a little bit overpriced because I had the iPhone 12. After that, there's not much of an upgrade in the iPhones in terms of things like cameras, maybe a little bit on the processor front, but in terms of like new features and stuff, they're really not that different. So I started looking about. We were thinking Google Pixel. I researched all the Android phones and I decided that the best phone for me was the S23 FE after watching loads of reviews about what's the best value phone, because I'm not particularly worried about spending loads of money on something if it's worth it. For me, the thing that matters is value. Like, if something costs £100, I want it to be worth £100. If something costs me £1,000, I want it to be worth £1,000. And I just didn't feel like dropping, you know, I think the iPhone 15 is about £700. I couldn't justify it for a 128 gig model, so I decided I was getting the FE. When I went on Amazon to buy the FE, there was an Amazon deal to get the S23 instead of the FE. The FE is the fan edition. There's some slight differences. The S23, in my opinion, is slightly better, but if you look at the specs, there's wins for both of them, so do check that out. But as a 13-year iPhone user, I'm about to get my first Samsung since the E900, and that was second hand from my brother. So first up, okay, I thought this was the box with the phone in. It isn't. This is the case I picked. So it's like a, you know, load of TIE fighters and X-Wings flying around. It's a official Star Wars Disney licensed one. The company's called ERT. I'll put an Amazon link in the description for that case. They do make them for other models and stuff. Then we have, okay, these are Anker Soundcore earbuds. I bought these because they're supposed to be really good budget earbuds. The blue ones are for Amy, they're not for me. The black ones are for me. These were just under £20. They're supposed to be really good earbuds. I didn't want wired headphones again, so I was like, right, let's just get some cheap earbuds, see how they go. The reason I'm reluctant to spend loads on earbuds is I have like this incredible history of breaking headphones. Anyone that's watched the channel for a while, you know, we've broken 2 sets of J Beats. I lost the case off a set of AirPods. I think I've got for about, I want to say 10, and I'm not exaggerating, of the Lightning port Apple AirPods, like the wired ones. So yeah, I'm not good with headphones, so that's why I got some budget ones. Okay, so this should be the phone. If not, I've been had. Okay, that looks like a phone. This is all from Amazon. I also bought a 25-watt charger because this phone has 25-watt charging. My current iPhone only has 15-watt charging, so if I use my current plug, it's not going to charge as quick as it can. The Samsung can charge 50% in half hour, which is dope, especially for like me, like being someone that films and stuff. Okay, this comes with a nice little USB-C. and then just power brick. I can't remember the brand, but there'll be an Amazon link in the description. And it's one of these power bricks that I like, where that pulls out like that. I like the compactness when you put it in a bag like that. Oh dear, my box is damaged. Or is it? Oh no, the sticker's got a bit of cardboard on it. That feels weighty. So you don't get a power brick in the box anymore. This is the Samsung Galaxy S23. It's like a matte box with a shiny, I guess the word is silhouette of the phone. It says it's the Phantom Black colorway. I just took a sticker off trying to open the seal, but the seal has to be cut. Give me darts out shower to Peter Manley. Here we go. Very basic box. It's like simple, black, all a little bit sticky to be honest. That's the lid. Okay, then you get this section which was like laying on the top, which is a box. I wonder if you get Samsung troll stickers. I'm used to getting your Apple troll stickers. Okay, so you get SIM card tool and the fattest warranty card on its instructions as well. Quick start. Do we need all that paper? It's 2023. Do I need like all that paper in 2023 to work out how to use something? Does it say what size cable it is? No. It does. Oh, it's all stuck together. There's a lot of plastic in this packaging. This is paper, to be fair. These are like plastic. Everything in an Apple product nowadays would be cardboard. I can't really compare to other phone manufacturers because I've had iPhones for ever. Standard 1 meter cable. Based on my eye test, it is USB-C to USB-C. You're not really here to look at the cable though, are you? You're probably here to look at the phone. There's a little pull tab there. Oh, the phone's come out with the tab. Okay. Okay, so that's the back. It's a nice like matte. Is that metal? Yeah, it's metal on the back. Metal on the back, metal on the sides. I can't smash the back like I did the other one. Comes with weirdly a black sticker over the screen. Like normally it's like a see-through one, or I'm used to Apple doing the white paper ones. Oh, that's always satisfying, isn't it? So there's the phone. I don't know how to turn it on. Not okay. Look, Samsung. So just to compare it size-wise to the iPhone, like it's a little bit bigger. I've got the 12 mini, I must say that. Right, I'm going to set it up, play with it a bit, and we'll talk some more. So we've just gone out for a little drive. We're going to go get some food. I thought I would vlog in the car just so you guys can hear what the background noise is like, what the video footage looks like. And one thing I did notice is when I was playing around with the camera at home is there's different video formats. One of them is like a compressed, I think it's called HVEC. It's like a compressed file. Sometimes if you're using that for like vlogging and stuff, if you put it in other editing software, it might turn out a little bit weird. So you want to use the, I think it's H.264. I think that's the format you want. So yeah, that's what this is filmed in. This is off the Sony. It's in 4K, and it looks pretty good to me from here. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like when I get it into the DaVinci Resolve and do a little bit of editing with it. It'll be also be interesting to see what's the stabilization like. So I'm leaning on the car window to hold the phone up. So is it super like shaky? My iPhone used to come out horribly shaky, so I'm hoping it's a little bit better than that. And I guess we better have a look at the outside camera as well next. So I'm now filming on the outside camera in the ultra wide 0.6x camera. Looks quite nice. It's 4K. This is with a normal stabilization. I think if you use the best stabilization, you can't use your 3x zoom. I think that's a little issue. But you know, you can always check the 3x zooms there before you play with your settings, and if it's not, just go in your camera settings, reset them all, and it'll be there. Then this is the 1x zoom. So this is the normal zoom angle, normal zoom lens. This is what the camera's picking up. And then we're going to go to 3 times zoom. So as you can see, it's really zoomed in. These are, you know, I can't even see the whole pub there. Dunelm and stuff in the distance. Really nice quality, looks quite stable to me. I can read the writing through the camera, which is quite impressive. Now I'm going to go get some food. So this is my view of a sign in the pub in 1 time zoom. And then I'm going to 3 times zoom. And you'll notice that the font is somewhat familiar. I was looking at the light and there's something in there. I think it's one of the like Toy Story army men. So yeah, I will keep an eye to see if it moves. So here's my food, just to do a little camera test. And we'll test the zoom on the sesame seeds. Look at that. Incredible zoom. And still 4K footage. I've had the phone for a week now. Here it is in the case. Don't know if I showed you the case yet. Like I said, cheap case. It was like £2 something. They go up to about £15, which I think is like the recommended retail for them. But yeah, I want a Star Wars case. Nice thing about this case as well, don't know if I can really show it on camera, but it's got like a ridge here around the cameras. So when you do lay it flat on a table like that, then the cameras aren't being like rubbed on a grubby table, which actually is a really nice touch for the case. I've got my background set now for that's for my lock screen. Unlock it, got the animated background with a fish. I think that's really like nice. So always on display, I just have it set with just the time, and then notifications pop up on there as well. Always on display is so nice because you don't have to touch your phone, and I'm using it a lot when gaming. Like having it sat on my table, I can see the notifications come in, but sometimes you know, if you're defending a corner on FIFA, you hear your phone go off, you haven't always got time to look down. Sometimes you got to focus on what's happening, and then the always on display will keep the like symbol of what it is, so you can think, oh, okay, that's Facebook, that doesn't matter. Oh, it's eBay, it doesn't matter, which for me is a massively nice touch. The cameras, honestly, I can't believe the camera quality. It exceeded my expectations in every way. Like I said, I'm coming from iPhone, which a lot of people consider the creme de la creme of mobile technology, and I feel like they always were. And I don't know if my opinion's changed, because what I would say here, this came out between the iPhone 14 and 15. So if you compare it to the 14, which was out at the time of launch, you're looking at least £300 more to get a 256 gig iPhone 14. You're looking at least £400 more to get an iPhone 15, which in some specs marginally outperforms it, but in a lot of them it actually doesn't. And it's the same with the 14. Like the 14 is way more expensive, but it doesn't really outperform it. One thing I will say is iPhones do seem to be better optimized. Like looking at my RAM usage and stuff, I've been surprised how, not how poor it is, but just how different it is to the iPhone. Did a little bit of research online. It looks like iPhones are about 30% to 40% more efficient in terms of their RAM usage. So what does that mean in the real world? What it means is an Android phone would have to have 6 gig of RAM to be the same as an iPhone with 4 gig of RAM. But we compare this to my iPhone 12, which is what I had, it's what I've upgraded from. I've gone from 4 gig of RAM to 8 gig of RAM, so I'm still noticing that significant increase in what's open. Another thing I want to show you super quick is the scan. So in here, I don't know how well you see it on the screen, you can scan your apps daily for malware, viruses. On the iPhone, there's not really the systems are there, but they're kind of in the background. It's almost like they don't want you to think about it, they don't want you to worry about it, which is nice. But for me, being able to go on here and go, oh, I've just done a scan, like literally, you see there, no threats found. I think, oh, phone was a little bit weird just like a few minutes ago, even though it got scanned. Last time it was scanned was the 8th of the 1st, which is, oh no, it's yesterday. Last time it was scanned was yesterday. I'm just thinking, oh, I'm not sure. You hit the scan phone, and then literally, it goes through all your apps. Every app, it goes app by app by app and checks them. And I think that, in my experience, is a big dub. I really like it. For me, it's a feature that I like. We're at 41% scanned already. Nothing's come up with a problem yet. I'll keep leaving it scanning while I talk, just so you can see how long it actually took me. And I've got a lot of apps on there. Like I said, I've got the 256 gig one, so there's a lot of apps already installed. And that's another thing on my iPhone, because I had the 128 gig and I use it for a lot of video footage, which takes up so much memory. I was always like, oh, I need to get rid of that, need to get rid of that, need to get rid of that, keep the memory down. No threats found, scans all done. And then you also get like a notification that will tell you scan complete, no threats detected, you're good to go. I like that. Honestly, I think it's nice. I think it's tidy, it's efficient. I love the animated background. Some of the newer iPhones have that feature, so it's not like an Android exclusive or a Samsung exclusive. One thing I would say is I got led to Samsung out of the Android choices. Like, I did look at the Google Pixel. I looked at some Huawei's, Xiaomi, you know, Redmi, whatever they are called. I settled on the Samsung because in terms of value for money, that's where I felt the best value was for me. Because going back to the camera, I wanted that telephoto lens, which again, if you buy an iPhone 15, the normal one, you don't get a telephoto lens. If you want an iPhone 15 which has a telephoto lens, you got to buy the Pro. And then when you buy the Pro, you're looking at £1,200 instead of £513. I think I paid 500. It was under 520, I think. And there'll be an Amazon link in the description so you can see what price it is today. So you can, you know, you can hustle, you can see what's going on. Also, like, colours available. I got the black because it was the only one that was available on next day delivery. I probably would have got the purple. Lots of you all know I'm a Liverpool fan with an Ipswich season ticket, so you know, purple was sort of like the mid ground in that. So I would have got the purple one, but I had to get a black one to get it quickly, and I wanted it quickly because I'm just impatient. Last thing I really want to talk about in a big way, we've talked, it performs well, the cameras are better than I expected, the build quality is so nice. Like, it's metal, it's glass, it's metal on the back. I know I've got it in a case, but like, I love having a metal back. I smashed the back of my red iPhone like I show you. I know it feels nice having a glass back, but it just, for me, it seems stupid. Like, you're laying it down, you're throwing it down, why put glass on the back? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I can't think of anything other than a phone where you put it down all the time, and although a lot of it's not built out of glass, like, it's different with a drinking glass, it's all glass, but with most things, like, you wouldn't put glass as a base. Glass is normally like on the top. Like, you know, like, you don't get glass based tables, do you? You get glass top tables. Underneath there you've got resin or wood or concrete or metal, like strong materials. And that's what, you know, I think I like about this. And I love how iPhones look with the glass. It looks nice, and I like it. I like how, I think it looks nicer, but is style more important than functionality? I don't think so. And coming from someone that has smashed the back of every glass backed iPhone I've ever had, I don't think it's as good. And like, I think it's another thing with iPhone is there's not a range, and that's something I want to say about Samsung. So with Samsung, I was thinking about it yesterday, it's a little bit like cars, right? If you want a Ferrari, they only sell the 458 Italia, or I'm not really up to date on what Ferraris there is. So Apple's like Ferrari, right? They're great, they are great, they're premium, they're great, but they have this small product range because it all sits up here. When you come to a company like Ford, you got like your KA, that's like your A24, 34. Then you've got like your A55, which might be like a Focus ST, like it's got a lot of the bells and whistles but not everything. Then you got like your Mustang up here, which is where I see like your S23. It's coming in at like Mustang price. Like a Ferrari is hundreds of thousands of pounds, Mustang's like 50, 60k. This is coming in that kind of Mustang price bracket against your iPhones, which are coming in at Ferrari price brackets. And Samsung still have those top of thing, those like upper range ones, like the Galaxy Z Folds, like the S24 Ultra you can get now. Those are like your, you know, your Ford GT40s. Like, it's the range is there, and because they have that big range, there's something for everyone. But also, because they have that big range, the prices are more competitive, and that's what I think matters, because for them it's like a tiered system, and it's built in a way that they don't want any of the tiers to look completely inaccessible. So like, you know, you look at an A55, you're looking at 250 quid, then you're thinking, oh, if I go up to the upper 300s, I could get maybe get an S23 or an S23 FE, and then you're thinking, oh, if I go to just 500 odd, I could get the bigger memory S23. Then you're thinking, oh, I could maybe stretch up to the S23 Ultra. It's smart business to have that range. It's also, you know, Apple's benefiting from like economies of scale, not having the range. Apple joins in a little bit with the SE. If the SE had like Face ID and stuff, I would have been very tempted just to get an iPhone SE. At the moment, the SE looks like an old, you know, an old iPhone with the old fingerprint sensor, which has got like a big circle, and it just got massive bezels. You lose 50% of your screen, the bezels almost. The new one is supposedly going to look like an iPhone 13, so that'll be interesting to see if Apple do that with the SE. But as an Apple user of, let's say, 13 years, and an Android user of a week, I like it. I like it, and I think in terms of value, I feel like I've got my money's worth, and I don't think you always think that with iPhone. And for some people that doesn't matter. For some people, they might think, I just want the best that I can get, and I believe the iPhone 15 Pro could be the best. Some people will obviously say, oh, S24 Ultra is probably better than the iPhone 15 Pro. That's something for you to argue about in the comments. But if value matters to you like it does to me, like I want to feel like what I buy is worth my money. Like, I like to feel like I've got bang for my buck, and I think that's what this phone is offering in bags. I score everything out of 10 on the channel. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. The reason it's not a 10 is I would have loved expandable memory, and that's one thing this phone lacks. It's one thing obviously every iPhone ever has lacked. So when you compare it to iPhone, it's not really a negative, but when you compare it to other Samsungs like the A55, if the A55 had a telephoto camera, because it has a memory card slot with expandable memory, it would have been a serious contender for me to buy, even though it's not as powerful. Because for me, being a YouTuber who films vlogs on my phone when I can't take my big Sony camera that you're seeing me in now out and about with me, or if I, you know, let's say I go out and I see, oh, McDonald's has a new menu today, I didn't know that was coming out, let's film, I use my phone a lot, and not having to worry about memory for me would have been a big draw to the A55. But if this had a memory card slot, I swear, like memory card slot, and also I still like a headphone jack. I know people will be like, oh, everything's wireless now, and I've got them earbuds, them Soundcore earbuds, the Anchor Soundcore ones, just the cheap ones. I'll link them in the description. They're wicked. They link as quick as my AirPods used to my iPhone, and they cost less than a fifth of the price of what I paid for the AirPods. Like, it's about value. Like, and I think we get carried away in this sort of consumerist world about, I want to have the best, and I think you sometimes see people who will compete against their friends. Like your iPhone, like your friend goes and buys a V6 Jag, so you go buy a V8 Jag. You know, your friend goes and buys a, I don't know, a pair of like off-white Jordans, so you go out and buy Dior Jordans. You know what I mean? People do that with their friends and family, like compete, and I don't think it's healthy. And I also think with social media it happens a lot as well. People see on social media other people have this, I have to have that too, and I don't think that's important. I think look at your budget and look at basically, based on your expenditure, what is going to present you with good value, which is something we always talk about on the channel. It's something we talk about in my fake football shirt reviews. We talk about a lot in like my Funko Pop unboxings, because money buys stuff. But sometimes you can get more enjoyment out of the same amount of money or less money. Or you could get, for 20% the price, 95% the enjoyment of another product. And I think that's a really important thing to think about, and I think not comparing yourself to other people helps that, because I think some people, you know, they'd look at it and go, oh, oh, I just have to have this, I have to have an iPhone, I have to have the newest iPhone. When you're comparing yourself to other people's expectations, other people's situations, other people's beliefs like that, I don't think you can ever win. I don't think you can win. I think the only way to win is to think, what do I want? What's going to make me happy? And not just with stuff you buy in life. Like, you know, people get competitive over jobs. I've ended up, this review has ended up on a very kind of like big life conversation, but yeah. All I want to say is do what makes you all happy. The last thing to say is I've been Link, you've been my legends. Thank you for watching this review. If you have any questions about the Samsung, hit me up in the comments, hit me up on social media. Let me know what phones you have, let me know what you paid, let me know, do you think they were worth it? And I'll see you all real soon. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you. If you click up there, you can watch another video of mine, or if you've really enjoyed yourself, you can go down there, subscribe to the channel, and you can help me on my quest to change this Lego play button that YouTube sent me into a gold one.